So you're thinking about buying a racing simulator? Well, today I'm going to convince you and piss your girlfriend off in the process.
Okay.
I've thought long, thick and hard about the reasons to buy a racing sim, and finally, I've boiled it down to 5. Reason number 1, it's cheap. If you're an enthusiast like me, you know just how expensive modifying and racing cars can get. Let's say, for example, you wanted to attend a track day in your very modest $10,000 race car. You still have to buy an entry pass, transport to and from the track, a few sets of tyres, fuel for the day, and whatever it is you break in the process, because let's face it, you're definitely going to break something, and it's going to cost you a pretty penny. Otherwise, you might find yourself sucking off the local auto store employee.
What do you need?
I'm gonna need you to hook me up. 3 of everything. I made a list.
A racing sim, on the other hand, cheap as chips. Depending on where you live, an entry-level system will cost you roughly $5 grand. You'll get you a rig, a seat, wheel, pedals, shifter, handbrake, gaming PC, monitor, headset, and that's about all you need. I mean, you can spend bulk cash on any hobby, but really it'll get you by for years. If the budget's really tight, then a second-hand desk-mounted wheel and pedal setup, roughly $200, will suffice. Reason number 2, it's safe. As in your virginity, it's safe. No one in their right mind is going to sleep with a sweaty man-child in a make-believe race car. But seriously, it goes without saying, sim racing is as safe as it gets. Real racing, on the other hand, comes with massive risk. There are rules and regulations in place for a reason, but in the sim racing world, they're thrown out the window. Did you say 200 kilometers an hour through side streets? You betcha. How about burnouts next to a fuel bowser? No problem. No roll cage, no fire extinguisher, no seatbelt, no helmet. I mean, maybe a helmet for you. Reason number 3. Your skills translate. Translate to real life. As you get better at sim racing, you get better at real racing. There are tons of examples of sim drifters applying what they've learned to a real drift car, such as this guy. Old mate Reese Tatterson had never driven a drift car in real life, only in simulation, and went on to drive a 900 horsepower drift car like it was off to the shops. That's bananas. Another example, Jimmy Broadboy spent years driving the Nordschleifer in his mum's shed, and then, to no one's surprise, his first lap was spot on. It's as if he'd driven the Nordschleifer to work every day.
I tried.
Your skills translate, even for myself. I've noticed my city driving really improving. Now I only hit pedestrians half of the time. Reason number 4, you can drive whenever you want. Wake up, sim racing. Come home from work, sim racing. Finish pooping, sim racing.
Those enchiladas.
It's really a no-brainer. I've waited months to line up good weather on a weekend for some spirited driving, but with a sim rig, I can drive whenever I want, even if I'm drunk. If you're inevitably waiting for your missus to get ready, you could be racing. If you're
One for Mike.
you could be racing. Heck, you could do a few laps of Bathurst while waiting for food, because let's face it, you could be racing. Reason number 5, you can drive anything, anywhere, at any time. Ever driven Pikes Peak? How about Monza? Spa? No? Goodwood? Well, you could be driving all these places and more with the power of simulation racing. You can drive a Formula 1 on a mountain road. You can drift a bus through the streets of Prague. You can even journey through space in a go-kart. You aren't stuck with the same track car anymore. You just choose another car and drive it. It's that simple. This alone is the reason I bought into this hobby, that and the immersion. Even though I'm looking at a screen in my lounge room, when I'm in that seat, going 200 clicks sideways, I'm fully immersed in the world I've chosen. Reason number 6, because you aren't subscribed. If you are subscribed, I'll send you feed pics, 100% guaranteed for free, guaranteed.